the money that's now with PAGCOR?
Well, we would need a court order to compel us.
Ang tanong kasi dyan, they will file a case, di ba? So you can contest it or you can agree. Once you agree, the court will then make a ruling. Kasi ang tanong po, i-contest ba ninyo na inyo dapat yung perang yan? So my question is, will PAGCOR contest it? They'll be filing within a week or two.
PAGCOR is directly under the office of the President. And if the President would instruct us, order us to do so, then we will.
Alright, very good. Thank you, sir. So at least si PAGCOR, may clear instructions na. Yung iba, I hope in the next hearings, we can tackle this, no? Mr. Wong, in fairness to you, you are taking the lead of returning all of the money. Humingi ka lang ng 2 linggo o 1 buwan para makuha mo yung pera. Tama, di ba?
1 buwan naman po.
1 buwan. Medyo malaking pera rin yan, 450 million pesos. But I hope the other institutions will also follow the lead of AMLC and return the money. Nandito po sa harap natin ang ambassador ng Bangladesh and the rest of our colleagues from Bangladesh. And they would want to see us cooperate to the fullest extent. Hindi po yung cooperate na in words lang. Full cooperation means lahat ng pera na madumi na nasa atin, ibalik na natin at the soonest possible time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Salamat.
Thank you, Senator Bam, and I laud your zeal in pursuing and returning, making sure that all the money involved is returned to the government of Bangladesh. Senator Sminger?
Thank you, Mr. President, Mr. Chairman. PAGCOR, who will speak for PAGCOR? Mr. Manalastas. Mr. Manalastas, does PAGCOR only accept pesos for conversion into chips, or do you also accept other denominations?
Our casinos, PAGCOR-operated casinos, deal with both peso and dollar.
So you have dollar chips.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
therefore, what would be the reason why so much of this was exchanged into pesos? Eh kung kaya naman ng dollars, eh di wala ka nang gulugi sa transaction cost ng foreign exchange, di ba?
I can only provide a guess as to why the junket operators would convert it. I would assume that it has something to do with the exchange rate.
No, that's not an answer. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, as far as the casino which we operate, we accept both dollar and peso.
Okay, I'll ask this question of Mr. Kim Wong. Mr. Kim Wong,
Yes, sir.
bakit pa kailangan i-exchange ang dollars for pesos?
Kasi po, operation po ng PAGCOR, yung sarili po nila, meron po silang peso at US dollar.
Oh.
Sa amin po, casino, sa Solar, sa lahat ng casino, wala po US dollars po.
Walang US dollars.
Wala po, wala. Sila lang po meron owned by, run by PAGCOR. Sila lang po may peso at US dollars po.
So, lahat itong mga privately owned casinos or casinos not operated by PAGCOR are required to only use pesos as the...
Hindi, pesos and Hong Kong dollars.
Hong Kong dollars.
Opo, we have the two kind of chips. One is peso, one is Hong Kong.
Bakit walang US dollars?
Sila lang po meron US eh. Tanong niyo po sa kanila po.
Would you like to explain that, Mr. Manalastas?
Can you repeat the question, Your Honor?
The question is, why does PAGCOR have two rules and a sub-rule? Why only PAGCOR casinos will be able to exchange cash for dollar-denominated chips, but the other casinos not owned by PAGCOR or operated by PAGCOR can only use pesos and Hong Kong dollars?
It depends on the requester. Like, for example, Soler.
No, I have a very
they have
specific
dollar and
question.
chips.
So Soler has dollar chips.
Alam ko, wala po. US dollars? No.
Is there,
Your Honor,
what is
the-
Soler yes.
Your Honor, in Soler, we only have Hong Kong dollar tables and peso tables, so no US dollars.
All
Your
right.
Honor.
Would you like to explain why?
That's the preference of the players, Your Honor.
The preference of the players is to gamble in Hong Kong dollars rather than in US dollars.
That's
And you
correct,
don't
Your
know
Honor.
why.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Hindi po, sir. Yun po yung request po mga junket po. Like, meron ko kami junket rooms, we request na gusto namin po peso tsaka Hong Kong dollar lang po. Kunyari, let's say 10 tables po.
Bakit kaya ganun?
Kasi para wala na akong palitan.
Ayun na nga eh, may cost ng palitan, di ba? So ba't hindi kayo pumasok ito dito, US dollars, di ba? 81 billion US dollars was what was remitted through RCBC and PhilRem, di ba?
Pero ito kasi po, yung, kung ano yung gusto lang po, parang two choice po. One is Hong Kong, one is peso po.
Ba't magugustuhan ng player ang pesos kung taga-China sila?
Hindi ko po alam yun po. Palagi po.
So walang choice ang customer. Pag pumasok, meron kung pumasok o dumating sa Soler at he wants to gamble in dollars, he's not allowed to do so.
Opo, wala po US dollars. So, Hong Kong dollars meron po.
All right. Miss Abad, the freeze order that was obtained by the Anti-Money Laundering Council from the Court of Appeals, ano hong accounts ang kinover niyan? Which accounts of PhilRem lang?
You know, we have two freeze orders obtained from the Court of Appeals. First, it was obtained on March 1, and this covers the accounts of the four account holders, and then the account of Eastern Hawaii Leisure, and then also the account of Mr. Kim Wong.
Where is the account of Mr. Kim Bong? Akala ko yung account niya, Eastern Hawaii.
No, Mr. Kim Wong has separate accounts in his name, Your Honor.
At pina-freeze mo lahat yun?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. These are all.
Magkano na iwan doon sa mga accounts na
May 5 million. Ang finili siya po sa akin, marami account eh. Even my not connected eh. I think, one company, 8 to 10? Hindi naman ako makapag-negosyo na eh.
That's not my question.
Opo.
What were the total amounts in those
Sa lahat po, 138 million.
138 million?
Million pesos po.
All right. What else were frozen? Miss Abad?
And then on March, the second freeze order, Your Honor, covers the account of Bloomberry, Your Honor.
So you never froze any PhilRem account? Bakit nag-complain si Mrs. Bautista na pinost ninyo yung account?
The accounts-
It was RCBC that voluntarily closed their account.
The accounts of PhilRem were frozen as related accounts, Your Honor.
Pinapaklaro ko sa iyo which accounts were frozen that belong to PhilRem because ang minention po ninyo yung 4 na accounts but those don't belong to PhilRem.
Two accounts of PhilRem with RCBC were frozen, Your Honor.
Can you name the branches?
This is with RCBC Green Hills, Your Honor.
Okay, dalawang accounts, both were with the Green Hills branch of
Branch, Your
RCBC.
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
And how much was in the account?
The first account has around 6,858 pesos, Your Honor, and the second, sorry, Your Honor, the first account has just 54.95 pesos, and the second account has
54 pesos.
Yes, Your Honor. And the second account has around 29,000 pesos, Your Honor.
So you didn't freeze anything really.
Practically nothing, Your Honor.
Mabilis sila. Faster than lightning. No, because definitely in their business, they probably keep a couple of 100 million pesos in their bank accounts, no? Even more. Mr. Bautista, would you like to respond to that?
Sir, actually we weren't part of the freeze order. Our accounts were actually first closed by the bank. And then when they received the freeze order, they froze the closed account. That was the complaint she mentioned in the first hearing.
I'm saying that when they froze the account, when the AMLAC got the order to freeze your accounts, you only had 29,000 pesos and change left in those accounts. So those aren't your real working accounts.
Sir, AMLA did not issue a freeze order on our accounts. RCBC froze our accounts
RCBC.
after closing the account.
You
They closed it first.
You close it first and then you freeze it.
They closed it first and then they froze it after.
What's the difference? If they close an account, they're supposed to refund
Yes.
whatever balance you have in
So
the account.
the first letter we got in the morning, sir, stated...
How much was in the account when they closed the account?
Actually, sir, that's another problem we have with...
Never mind, how much
We
was
have-
in the account?
Because, sir, that was a working account, so deposits would come in throughout the day. We actually don't know how much was closed and
Would you
frozen.
like to give the committee a low and a high estimate? All right, do you mind if I ask RCBC how much is in the account, RCBC?
Your Honor, if they give me a written waiver of their accounts, I'll discuss everything.
You can
or
write on a
questions.
napkin. You write on a napkin.
I actually have the form, Your Honor. I
Okay.
can give it to them.
All right.
No, actually, I really don't know because
Are
it's...
you willing to?
No, Your Honor, I'm
You're
so
not
sorry
willing, all
not
right.
to open my account. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
We've submitted the documents and the information to AMLC, Your Honor. I believe they gave an earlier number of 21 million and a second number of 29,000.
I'm wondering because I haven't heard the 21 million today.
She said, Attorney Abad said that the first number. That was the first
21
number.
million?
Your Honor, I already corrected my answer. At first, I said that we were able to freeze to around 21 million as far as PhilRam's accounts are concerned. However, I corrected that it turned out that it's only 29,000, Your Honor.
How could you make a mistake?
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I'm just basing on the notes that I have. I don't have all the figures on my fingertips, so I was referring to my notes, and I was just given the correct note, Your Honor.
Ms. Abad, how many anti-money laundering cases have you filed in the last 3 years?
Are you referring to criminal cases, Your Honor? Because we have filed civil cases and criminal cases.
How many civil cases, how many criminal cases?
For civil cases, we have filed around 100 cases, Your Honor.
And for criminal?
Your Honor, as to criminal cases, we have filed around 10 criminal cases before the Department of Justice, and these are still pending resolution by the OSHA.
So these are what, fairly recent?
for the
How
past
long,
3
how
years.
long, how long does it take the DOJ to investigate, make a determination when there's a basis, and recommend the filing?
The truth, Your Honor, is there are cases that we have filed with the DOJ which have been pending for more than 5 years, Your Honor. And if some are even pending for 8 or to 10 years, Your Honor.
All right. Let me ask Ms. Digito. Ms. Digito, how long have you known the officers of PhilRem, or how long have you been dealing with PhilRem? How many years?
Your Honor, I met them when I was still a teller in the bank. That was 15, 16 years ago. But have started dealing with them, I think, for the last 10 years.
Okay. Is PhilRem the only remittance company you use?
So there are some others.
All right. How many percent of your total transactions would go to PhilRem?
So that depends on the instructions of the client.
I see. So it's the client that determines.
Yes. It's actually the client is instructing to transact with PhilRem.
All right. Now, so in this particular case, you're supposed to have 5 clients, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
So those clients were the ones who instructed you to deal with PhilRem, all 5.
I was actually asked by Mr. Wong to source PhilRem, to source
To use,
I just recommended PhilRem to them.
to use PhilRem exclusively.
Apo, because he knows Concon, just that.
All right. Now, but Mr. Kim Wong is not the owner of the account. You had these 5 who own the account. So how could you have taken instructions or received instructions or accepted instructions from Mr. Kim Wong when he did not own the account?
Sir, I've already discussed in the executive session, it was him who I really talked to.
Oo nga, pero legally, hindi siya ho ang may-ari na account. Sinabi ni Mr. Kim Wong that, okay, he may have asked you to open accounts, but in the name of, sino yun? Si Gao at si Ding, di ba? Dalawa lang yun.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay, so you opened 5. So it's pretty obvious that Mr. Kim Wong did not own the accounts, yet you were receiving instructions from him on how to dispose of the monies that go through those accounts. Para siyang may-ari nun.
Hindi, not naman po like that, Your Honor. It's just that from the start po, kasi it was him who referred to me those people. So, it's him.
So if I refer somebody to you to open an account, you'll be taking orders from me on how to deal with the monies in that account. Ganun ba yun?
I understand, Your Honor, that that is not the usual, but it is commonly given for some valued.
What? Could you repeat that statement? I didn't quite understand.
So I understand what you're saying. It is not common. It is not common. I acknowledge that. But nonetheless, for some valued friends, yeah,
I'll be your
I
friend.
did it for him.
If you're still in banking, I'll be your friend later. All right, now. There was an amount, remember that night when the 20 million pesos in cash, the controversial 20 million pesos was loaded. In whose car was it loaded? In your car?
Your Honor, I answered that already this morning. I did not bring any money to Soler.
Okay. But anyway, there was another amount that was testified to in earlier hearings that there was also 200 million that was supposed to be in it.
I do not know about the 200 million.
Okay. Now, normally, in the course of business, Mr. Quito, how much dollars, cash, would you keep in your branch? Just for everyday purposes, buying and selling, how much?
Cash in voucher is just $10,000.
$10,000. And in this case, there was $81 million. And out of the 81, per records or per the testimonies, at least $17 million was cash. Diba?
Sir, Your Honor, there were no actual cash withdrawals.
Okay.
These were actually fund transfers in the form of deposit and withdrawal slips.
Now, so if PhilRem, and I'll address this question to PhilRem, how long would it take you to accumulate $18 million in cash? Can you do it in one day?
No, Your Honor.
How many days would it take you to encash an $18 million?
1 week?
1 week. So therefore, there's not that much cash running around, US dollars running around. Cash.
I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the transaction. Are you saying
No,
for the
cash,
daily,
you know,
for the day?
I gave you or I had my bank remit to you $18 million in cash, and I say, Mrs. Bautista, give it to me. $18 million by telegraphic transfer, and I requested you, Mrs. Bautista, bigyan mo akong dollars, cash. How long would it take you to accumulate $18 million?
Maybe 2 days?
2 days, okay. How long would it take you to sell $66 million and convert it into pesos?